Number 5. Kemet spent 25% less buying a book online than Lila did. Angel spent 9% less than Lila. Angel spent more than Kemet by what percent? This is really similar to problems number 2 and 3. So if you'd like a hint, go back and look at what you did for those problems. Here's what we know. We know that Kemet spent 25% less than Lila. We also know that Angel spent 9% less than Lila. And we're looking for a comparison between Angel and Kemet. To begin with, we should define our variables. So I'm going to use just the first letter of each of their names. So K equals the amount Kemet spent. L equals the amount Lila spent. And this is spent on the book. And A is the amount Angel spent. All right. Now we need to write some equations that allow us to compare these amounts. So, my green highlighted section. Kemet spent 25% less buying a book online than Lila did. So if I think about Lila's whole amount as 100%, Kemet spent 25% less. So she didn't spend this 25%, which means she did spend this 75%. So Kemet's amount is equal to 75% of Lila's amount. Looking at my orange section, Angel spent 9% less than Lila. So we're looking at that same whole that represents Lila, and Angel did not spend 9%. So she did spend 91% of it. So Angel's amount is 91% of Lila's amount. We're looking for a comparison between Angel and Kemet. We're comparing Angel to Kemet, implying that Kemet is our whole. So I'm going to put a star next to this K, so I remember that I want Kemet to be our whole, which means I'm solving for A, or for Angel's amount. Kemet's amount is what I'm going to have, because I'm trying to set this up to look like quantity equals percent times whole. So in order to do that, I need to adjust each of my equations. Right now in my first equation, I've got K by itself, but I want L by itself. To solve for L, I would divide both sides by 0.75. So that gives me L equals K divided by 0.75. In the next equation, to get L by itself, I divide both sides by 0.91. So that gives me L equals A divided by 0.91. So what I've done at this point is I've gotten both equations so that I have L equals on one side, which means since those L's represent the same thing, they always represent Lila's amount. The two things that I put in that pink box on the right also mean the same thing. So I can set them equal to each other. They're both equal to L, and therefore they're both equal to each other. So I get K over 0.75 is equal to A over 0.91. Remember that I said that Kemet is going to be my whole. Angel spent more than Kemet, so we're comparing to Kemet's amount, which means we want Angel to be the variable that's isolated. So in order to isolate A, I want to multiply both sides by 0.91, and that'll make A be by itself. So when I do this, on the right-hand side, I just get A by itself. And on the left-hand side, I'll take 0.91 divided by 0.75. That gives me 1.213 repeating. So Angel's amount is 121.3 repeating percent of Kemet's amount. right? Because I've still got this times K. This takes the form of quantity equals percent times whole. A is my quantity, 1.213 repeating is my percent, and K is my whole. So I'll express this in two ways. I'll say Angel spent 121 1/3% of what Comet spent. That's not the full answer to my question, though. My question is, Angel spent more than Comet by what percent? So she spent more than Comet by 21 1/3%. Because that 100% is what Comet spent. Angel spent 21 1/3% more than that.